Welcome back. You are watching The Morning OJ with
Okiba
and Johnny, and this is part 2. So if you didn't catch part 1, go back and check that. This is part 2 of You Married an Entrepreneur: the good, the bad, and the ugly. And right before we left, Okiba, you was just getting ready to tap into a gem. Actually, it's gonna be a bag of nuggets. I know it is because you said being married to a civilian. Break that down for me, bro.
Now, basically, when you're a YBE, you know what I'm saying, when you're a young black entrepreneur, what you have is your life, and then you have the civilian life.
Okay.
And if your husband or wife is a civilian, when they get checks every, twice a month or once a week or whatever that case is, they go to work, they do their duties, and they're guaranteed to get a check. So you don't have to worry about accounting. You don't have to worry about marketing.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about invoices. You don't have to worry about doing the work. You don't have to worry about. You just stay right there in your lane. So if you're married to, it's comparable to being married to a zoo lion versus a wild lion. Now, a wild lion is just like, look, we at this. Period. I see a gazelle run by, I'm at it.
I'm eating it.
I'm eating it. I'm going to get it. Period. A zoo lion is just going to kind of sit there and be like, well, I know mine is coming, so if I just do what I do,
I'm going to eat anyway.
I'm going to eat anyway. So those are two different breeds, two different categories, two different ways of thinking and moving. So if you're a YBE in that wild lion aspect, how do you manage being with a zoo lion who may not understand your tactics and what's going on?
I mean, that's definitely a challenge, but one of the things is you have to be completely transparent.
Right.
You have to be that, because one thing that happens is you have one side of YBEs that are completely on some bullshit. For real.
Right.
They saying they meetings, but they not meetings. They meeting up with their girlfriend, or they meeting up with their boyfriend, and that kind of tarnishes the mindset of other spouses, because they think about the people that, such and such said they was handling business, they was really doing this. So those people are horrible, right? They should definitely go play in traffic,
right
on the
blindfold,
right. They should do that, because the rest of us, that's not what we're doing. We're working.
Right.
We're providing for our families. We're building our legacies. We're living out our dreams and doing it through our passions, which is something that a small percentage of the world get experience. If you have experience taking something that you truly love to do and doing it for someone and then being paid for it, paid well for it, that's a feeling that you can't get from anything else. Right. And but it's the fact that you have to get over all the stigma and the mystique about it. So that's why I say transparency is number one. If you go into a meeting and the meeting's at 6:30, and at 6:30 you're gonna be at Fellini's and the Fellini's is on Ponce, why can't you share the information? Right. Now that doesn't mean I need to be interrogated. Every time I say I have a meeting, I don't need to be interrogated. I don't. I have a meeting at 6:30. I'll be downtown. You should trust me enough to understand that that's enough. But that comes with time. That comes with you being transparent as the YBE. That comes with the civilian being understanding of the process, being more comfortable with the process, and that only comes through time. Everything is about time. The longer you run on that wheel, like the hamster on the wheel, the longer you run on that wheel, the more you come comfortable with the same thing. So I meet on Fridays, I'm gonna have to explain it, I don't have to talk about it until this point. So it's like, I gotta meet Friday. All right, cool. See you get back.
Why you meeting on Friday?
Right. But as time goes, that may change. But that's only with you. Now you can't respond to that. I could do what I want to do. It's a wrong response.
That's
wrong response.
That's not good.
Complete wrong response. I'm grown. That's the wrong response. You are grown. People that have to tell you that they're grown aren't grown. That's something I've come to understand. It's like, you don't have to do that. So just understanding, the more transparent you are, the more comfortable your civilian or your spouse could be. That's going to start to create that synergy and start to create that funnel where it's like, hey, they're supporting you now. So it's now they're finding, okay, well, where are you weak at within your business, so I can support that. It's like, you meet a lot. You do a lot. How's your calendar? You know what? I can help you with that. That's when you have a beautiful combination. When you find that spouse that can step in and figure out, you know what? I know you meet every week. So I'm going to go ahead Thursday and pack your stuff up with you. Because I know you gone all day. There's your bag. There's your briefcase. I already charged the computer up for you. Everything's by the door.
That's dope.
Give me a kiss. Give me a hug. You know what I mean? Give me a pound. Give me something. You know what I'm saying? And when I get home later, let's celebrate the fact that we just brought another bag home. Let's do that. We're not going to celebrate that in the restaurant spending it. Because if I was out there, you finished at 5. You go home and probably cook that dinner. So we can celebrate at the crib.
Right.
But let's celebrate that. And once you start to do that, you'll notice for the spouse or the civilian that YB is they're coming home faster.
Mm-hmm.
The meetings aren't lasting as long because now they have a different ambition now. It's not like, man, for every deal I close, the level of intimacy goes up. For every deal I close, the level of respect goes up. For every deal I close, the opportunities and the growth of my household, starts to explode and go through the clouds. So like I'm knocking these deals out and I'm on the road.
Right.
But on the flip side, because we got to play devil's advocate, when you do all the stuff we're telling you not to do, you're going to find that meeting goes from 30 minutes to 3 hours, from 3 hours to 5 hours, from 5 hours to 3 days straight.
Right.
And that's when you got a problem.
Right.
That's when you got a problem when you're running your spouse out the door. Because you don't understand the difficulty is when you have a passion and you want to do something and you're trying to explain that to someone that hasn't tuned into their passion.
Right.
Or they're not committed to their passion.
Right.
Because they're comfortable with what they do. Right. So they're not committed to it, and it's that constant fight. And you don't want to fight.
Right.
You want to run.
Because it makes it hard to produce.
Like you said, you're a lion in the wildlife.
Right.
I don't want to be in a cage.
Right.
I don't want to be controlled.
Right.
Let me run. I'm going to find something out there to eat.
Right.
Just let me go out there.
Right.
I'm not trying to be in a cage with you.
Right.
That's what happens on the other end. That's why when you look at the statistics of people married to entrepreneurs, you have such a high divorce rate.
70%.
Because it's so difficult when you don't find that happy median.
Right.
When you don't find that person that understands, look, you doing this. I'm proud of what you're doing. I support what you're doing. And I see what you're doing.
Right.
People are talking to me about you and don't even know I'm your spouse.
Right.
That's when it's like, man, all right.
Yeah, right.
I'm working.
Right.
I'm working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when you go home and you got a little different walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. You heard about me in these streets.
Right. And it gets to that. But for young entrepreneurs, you got to battle through that thick.
Right.
You got to get through the little wooded areas before you get to that prairie and that grassland. And it's hard. And that's when you find like bones of failed entrepreneurs because they don't make it through that. And a lot of them are weak and they figure, and that's just not a knock to marriage, but a lot of them would rather be with lack of passion just to keep their marriage.
Man, I feel like honestly, this needs to be a 3-part series.
Come back.
Let's come back.
Let's come back,
and we're gonna just hit a few more minutes because each thing that you lay out, I think about a different thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And even that different thing is saying, is it possible to be extremely successful and married at the same time?
Yeah, we got to do a 3rd part for that one.
Yeah,
and we're gonna focus that 3rd part.
We're gonna focus just on that. Is it possible to get Will Smith numbers
and be happily married?
And be happily married without your son wearing a dress and without your daughter looking like a little boy. Is that possible?
3rd part when we come back to being married to an entrepreneur, the good, the black, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Until then, stay self-made
and self-paid.
See you soon.
That right. Whatever gonna make me rich. Should've known that.